Hello, it's me, John Atkins, aka the Ukulele Teacher on YouTube. And welcome to another episode of Ukulele Tales, the Ukulele Podcast. Did you have a good Christmas? I really hope so. I had a lovely time. We went back to Bournemouth to visit my family, and it was just really nice to spend a couple of days completely chilling out and not really worrying about anything except making sure everyone else was comfortable and having a good time. Now, I'm actually one of three. I have two younger sisters, and one of our unfortunate family traditions is that one of us was always ill on Christmas Day, December the 25th itself. My mum was showing us some old Christmas photos, and in every single one of us, whether it was me or one of my sisters, or even occasionally my mum or dad, one of us was always wrapped up in a blanket, a big pile of snotty tissues, and a hot water bottle next to us, absolutely sick as a dog on the big day itself. And sadly, this year was no different, as Percy, my 4-year-old son, who was absolutely stoked for Christmas this year, unfortunately came down with yet another bug on the day itself and spent half of it in bed. He did manage to rally a bit towards the end of the day for a bit of Christmas pudding and a cracker, but unfortunately it was not a great day for him, and in fact, we've only just got around to opening most of his presents today. Anyway, I asked you guys what you got, or what you were getting, from Santa Claus this year, and we'll have a bit of a chat about that shortly. But right now, let's get into this week's interview. Today, I'm speaking with one half of the exceptional duo Opera-Lele, Mandi Harkett. I first met Mandy at the Austria Ukulele Festival a couple of years ago when I saw her perform with her comedy and musical partner in crime, George Bartle. They were absolutely hilarious and very generously invited me to perform on stage with them, which we talk about in this interview. And since then, they've gone from strength to strength. But what happens when you're about to have the biggest year of your career and a global pandemic strikes? And how do you build things back up once things start to finally open up again? Also, what do you do when Facebook takes down the page you've spent years building, collecting thousands of fans on? And appropriately enough, as I've been watching Back to the Future all week with Percy, we also talk about her choice of automobile. Yes, she really does own a DeLorean, but does she take it out to Tesco with her when she goes shopping? Also, the other big string to the Opera-Lele bow, their now famous weekenders. Ukulele retreats held around the UK, where ukulele aficionados gather to relax, unwind, and, well, play the ukulele. I had a blast chatting with Mandy, and in fact, I've actually just realised that I think she's the first English guest I've had on the show. Anyway, I'll be back in a bit to talk about what you found in your Christmas stockings, but right now, here's part one of my interview with Mandy from Opera-Lele. Can I hear me? Yes, I can hear me.
Can you hear me?
Can
you hear me? That's great.
And we're not clipping. Neither of us are clipping. Okay, good.
Brilliant.
Let me take the headings off so it's a bit more human.
Okay.
The interaction is a bit more human, right? So, okay, Mandy.
Hi.
Hi, how are you doing?
I'm
I don't know
right.
why I'm getting all formal. We've been talking for like 5
I
minutes.
know, exactly. I think we've just rewound time.
Yeah. So, what are we doing? We're here at Ganoof, the Northern Youth Festival. What are you doing here? Is what I want to know.
I am here for the Mass Jam open mic evening to start the festival off. I've been at the Grand Northern for quite a few years now, and the head of steam is kind of, they call it the festival hub, and I think that's right because it's where everyone kind of gathers, and it's really nice because you see people reconnect from like the last enough, and it's kind of like the family reunion. You know, we all see each other again. And
how many of these did you say you've done?
I have done 1, 2, 3 past enough, so this is number 4 for me.
How come it's just you?
George is indisposed, unfortunately, with other gigs.
Oh, other gigs, okay, yeah.
And I've been allowed to be here on my own, which don't tell him. I miss him. Don't tell him that. Don't tell him that.
I believe it. I can believe
John,
that.
don't you dare tell him that, because I'll never hear the end of it.
Do you do much solo stuff?
I don't.
Yeah, I didn't think so.
Since Opera-Lele, I don't. But I did a lot over lockdown where it was just me on my own, and I created like multi-track videos and stuff, which was just to cheer people up, but also for my own sheer entertainment to stop me from going a little bit doolally. So I've done solo stuff and created solo stuff, but who knows?
Yeah.
You know, a lot of people have said, oh, you know, you should do... I do write original songs and covers on my own, but I've never been brave enough to go out on my own. But maybe one day. And the Opera-Lele wheels are still turning, so I kind of want to focus on that at the moment.
We've got to talk about your videos, because I just remembered you did one with a real-life DeLorean in it, right? And I was sort of like, did you go to like a transport museum or something to do that? But
No.
you told me you have a DeLorean.
It's one of the lesser-known facts of Mandi Harkett is that Mandi Harkett owns a DeLorean. Well, I don't own a DeLorean. My husband owns a DeLorean, and by proxy, I can say that it's mine.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it's my husband's car. It's beautiful. And I love it. And we did. I did a Back to the Future cover.
Yeah.
And I felt it was only fitting that there was a DeLorean sitting in our garage that I perform it inside a DeLorean.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So that's not your like main car though, is it? Or like you don't run out to Tesco in the DeLorean or anything, do you?
Oh no, but I go to Costco in it.
Oh, you do? Okay.
No, it comes out for car shows and stuff like
Special
that.
occasions.
Yeah. My husband has been known to take it to work occasionally, though. So, you know, sometimes we use it for day-to-day to shock people.
Yeah. That's brilliant. And those videos that you made for your YouTube channel, you were saying that was for the lockdown. I was just doing a workshop just now about sort of creativity and mental health.
Yeah.
And I said that creativity is one of the things that got people through the lockdown, got a lot of people through it.
Oh man, if I didn't have that, I would be in a very dark place.
Yeah.
I think it's the only thing that kept me going. And every Friday night, I ran a online ukulele jam, part of the Pandemic Pluckers, which was formed by Lorraine Bow of Learn to
Okay.
Uke.
Yeah.
And I did the Friday nights. We did Fancy Friday, and every Friday night I'd jump on Zoom and be with 20 to 30 people from all around the world, and every Friday we'd have a good drink.
Yeah.
The Americans have a cup of tea in the afternoon, and we'd all chat and play a few songs and be each other's network and be each other's lifeline. So being creative, but also still in this weird world having that sense of community.
Yeah.
It might just have been over Zoom, and I think people poo-poo Zoom quite a lot since
Do they? I think it's been like
I think
big,
since we've come back to normal life, I think people have gone, oh, Zoom, wasn't it awful? I'm so pleased we can be back together, and and I appreciate that, but Zoom really it saved my life.
Yeah.
I'm meeting friends this weekend that I've never met in real life.
Right.
Because I'm meeting them because I've spent the past 2 years every Friday night hanging out with them on Zoom.
Brilliant. Yeah.
And that's another celebration that we have this year is new friendships made. And I think a lot of new friendships were made. So I think creativity, but I also think community is what got us all through as a community of ukulele players.
So what happened to Opera-Lele when COVID hit?
We had to learn technology, and we had to learn it incredibly fast. You know, I won't say a lot of nice things about my partner, George, but I will say that he's very good at learning technology very quickly.
Okay.
We both bought green screens. George would record his bit, send it over to me, and then I'd sing along to his bit with my green screen, and then he would combine the videos together. We did a couple of online festivals. We also did singing greetings cards.
Oh, yeah, I remember mentioning
that. So you could order a greetings card from us. We'd do a song, and then we'd do a personalised message. We did that quite a lot. So we kept going, even though we were apart, which was glorious.
Of course. Yeah.
Oh, it was a lovely time. We still did stuff.
Yeah.
And we also did online quizzes. So on our Facebook page, we did a quiz every Sunday. We would write the quiz in the week, do 7 rounds, and then everyone could do the quiz on the Sunday night. And again, sense of community once again.
Yeah.
I've had a few people come up to me already. I've only been here half an hour, and I've had 2 people go to me, oh, we loved your quizzes.
Oh, great.
So even though that's not ukulele based, you know, it meant that every week we were connecting with our fans and chatting with them. And fans, that makes me sound really posh, doesn't it?
I think it's
But
totally
friends,
fair, yeah.
I think I like to call them friends. We connected with friends every week. So yeah, we kept very busy.
Yeah, good. But before the lockdowns and the pandemic, you guys were doing, how were you doing? Like really well, I think.
Oh my God, oh John, I can't tell you. 2020 was going to be our best year.
Yeah.
We had gigs on a level that I would say we were on par with like Ukulele Orchestra. We were so busy.
Yeah.
And it was going to be our best year yet.
Yeah.
Of course, it didn't come to be.
Yeah.
But, and it unfortunately, we're now stepping back up again. And it's slow, but we believe in Opera-Lele. I believe in Opera-Lele. And I believe that, we will get back to where we were.
No question.
But I think the entertainment industry in general, it's going to take longer than a couple of months. It's going to take 2-3 years, I think.
Yeah.
And things are coming back. Like, thank God Gnuff is back.
Yeah.
But, it's going to take a slow while to build stuff up. So it's a hard time because George and I, we're working really hard just to get the gigs back up and get new material out there. And Facebook decided to take our Facebook page down.
You had? Oh, I remember that. Yeah. What was the deal with that?
No idea. We lost 3,000 followers.
Oh man.
So if you want to follow Opera-Lele and you haven't yet, please have a look on Facebook and like us again.
And the thing is, there's no right of reply with these corporations, is there? That worries me about YouTube. My channel could disappear tonight, and I would have no way of getting in touch with YouTube and say what happened.
Yeah, but John, you've got an army of people who need you. We'll get you back.
Yeah, but I mean, we're just little guys. We're just normal people, and if Facebook or YouTube or whatever vanish, then what do you do?
It's been a big blow to us.
Yeah.
So we're kind of picking that up and just getting back out there. So we work hard now, and hopefully in a couple of years' time, we'll be back to kind of where we were.
Oh, definitely will. Definitely.
And just be positive and know that people want live entertainment. And to anyone listening, for goodness sake, get out there, go and digest live entertainment,
support your live
support the arts. It's one thing that we all said it over the pandemic, but I think it's so important. If you see a show local to you and you can make it, for goodness sake, go and support those artists, because by jingo they need it.
Yeah. This is Gnuff, the Northern Ukulele Festival. Are you guys running your own festival or festivals? Or?
We don't call it a festival, we run it a weekend.
A weekend, okay.
We call it the Bracklesham Ukulele Weekends. We took it over a few years ago, and it is a residential weekend where we eat together, we play ukulele together, we learn together, and we have a laugh together.
And where is that?
We do one on the Isle of Wight,
yeah.
And then we do another one in Eastbourne.
Okay.
So Eastbourne is like October, and then Isle of Wight is in March.
Yeah.
So we do those two every year. All of the days workshops, and both of them are by the coast, so you can there's really nice coast walks and such that you can do in the day, and then we do performances in the evening from our artists. But we also do open mics, strum-alongs, jam-alongs. It's a great weekend, and George and I are really incredibly proud of what we do there. So that's really great fun, and that's great to be back. Our October one is now sold out
already.
Yeah,
amazing.
So, that's 150 rooms sold in the Queen's Hotel in Eastbourne. So it's a full hotel of ukulele players. I don't know what
sounds like a nightmare.
Maybe that's the collective term, a nightmare of ukulele players.
Maybe. Yeah. Yeah, wow. And the Isle of Wight one, where's that? Is that Pontins or something?
Shanklin.
Shanklin.
So we're right on the Shanklin coast.
Yeah.
It's a beautiful, beautiful area. And it's a lovely hotel as well. They really look after you there. The main dining room, the whole side wall is just a window facing the coastline, and it's beautiful. It's
and
really lovely.
So who are these for? Who are these weekends for?
The weekends is for ukulele players who want to learn, I guess, because the main emphasis is the workshops, but also again it's community. We call them the Bracklesham family.
Yeah.
If you come to Bracklesham, you're part of the family. So there's a lot of reconnecting. There's a lot of having fun. Having dinner with everyone is really nice, and it just becomes a really nice family feel. And the fact that you eat together as well as do the workshops, you're all together in that whole weekend. And what's even more fun is that, especially the Shanklin one, there's a pool, so everyone goes and has a swim and plays ukulele by the side of the pool as well.
Oh,
so
nice.
It's just people who want to learn, people who want to have a nice fun weekend, and be with like-minded ukulele aficionados.
Yeah.
Our friends and our family.
Yeah, I mean, I've only been here for a few... Well, I got here last night, but I mean, it's only started a few hours ago here at Ganoof today.
Yeah.
And already, like, community is one of the main things. Like, there's just sort of a feeling.
Mary Agnes Crowell, that is one of the main things that she prides the festival on, and I commend her, oh my God, so much. She is an absolute inspiration to our community, and we're lucky. You know, I say to a lot of ukulele players, thank goodness we got her, because her and her team make this wonderful festival that is just so special, so special. She and her team are A-star.
Yeah, I know. I can't imagine the logistics that go into. I can't. You know?
I commend them so much, because we just do a small little weekend.
I met her
this morning. When I come here, it's like, wow.
And I met her this morning for the first time actually in person to get my lanyard, and she was on the hunt for a trumpet player because one of Tristy Vogue's trumpet players had got injured or indisposed or something. I can't remember the whole story, but basically they were a trumpet player down.
Okay.
And they're on the way to find a trumpet player, to source a trumpet player from a neighbouring region.
I can play a really sick mouth trumpet.
Can you?
Maybe.
I don't know.
Maybe.
This was a few hours ago now. They may have found someone by now.
I think for their safety, they need to find one.
Maybe,
they don't need my mouth trumpet.
Maybe not. George plays trumpet, doesn't he?
He does. I don't know. I could probably give him a call. He's got another gig tonight, actually. Unfortunately, he will have to. He can Zoom it in.
He could.
I'll give him a bell.
What if there's like a little lag though? Sometimes there's a bit of a time delay.
Yeah, but it's jazz, man.
Yeah, right. I guess
it can be a little bit off the beat.
It can be a little off the beat. Yeah. So, what else are you guys up to this year then? What have you got coming up now?
We've got a few gigs coming up. We've got Shrook Fest, which is a ukulele festival in Shrewsbury. Do you see what they did there?
Yeah. Where is Shrewsbury?
I have no idea.
Okay.
I'm not going to lie, babe. I get in the car and they just take me to where I've got to go.
Fair enough. Okay.
But it's going to be lovely.
Yeah.
I'm very excited. I think it's more west area, sort of.
Okay.
That kind of. I'm just going to point that way.
Yeah.
You can't see
we
what
can't see
I'm
it's
pointing
podcast,
at.
But yeah.
Yeah, exactly. But it's that way. And we've got lots of sort of our own theatre show gigs in the South Walls, where we just do our 2 45-minute set show. So, you know, we've got quite a lot of... And then we've got our Bracklesham in October.
Yeah.
We always pause in December. I perform in pantomime.
Oh, you do?
Yes. And I'm performing for the second year running with Andy Eastwood, who
the name rings a bell.
Andy's at Ganoof as well. Brilliant entertainment performer, incredible. And you know, the guy knows his stuff. He is the most epic entertainer. I'm very lucky to say I get to be his partner on stage for pantomime. So we have that in December, and then hopefully 2023 could be Opera-Lele's best year yet.
Oh, I'm sure it will be.
So.
Yeah, I'm sure it will be. I saw your show in a couple of years ago in the Austria Ukulele Festival.
Ukulele Festival.
It was amazing. Like, really, honestly, like
I've
never forgotten it. Like, it's one of those things that kind of sticks with you. So.
That's very kind, John. Thank you so much.
Like,
and you got to come and do a song with us.
I did.
Which was amazing.
I mean, I'm sure you guys know. I don't know if it was taped or not, but I messed up the very first note.
Did you?
The very first note, I played wrong. So I was like, oh.
Yeah, but if you played it with confidence, style, and panache, John, only you knew that.
Oh, I don't know about that, but. But I loved getting up on stage with you. Though.
It was so special to have you with us on stage.
Oh,
well,
thanks for having me. Yeah, I really enjoyed it.
I remember finishing that gig, and I was like, the ukulele teacher was on stage with us. That's really cool.
Oh, I'm so glad you said that, because honestly, I got off that gig and I was like, I think I've ruined the whole thing for them, you know.
Oh no, we were buzzing. We were absolutely honoured to
brilliant.
have you, because we've been such big fans of you for such a long time. So
thank you.
It was a real, you know, I have learned so many songs from watching your videos. So you know, it was a big fangirl moment for me.
Oh well, thanks. Yeah, and like I said, I really enjoyed your show, and being a part of it was like, I don't know, sort of exciting and fun and scary all at the same time.
Yeah, that's a general feeling of a performer. So
yeah,
good.
That's true.
Harness that energy. It's good.
Wow, I am so loving this chat with Mandy, and yeah, I've got to get George on the show soon. I haven't seen him for years, and it would be great to catch up with him. And I also think it would be really fun and interesting to hear things from his perspective too. Just want to point out, by the way, those October ukulele retreats that Mandy was talking about are the October just gone. So if you're interested in checking out an Opera-Lele retreat, then be sure to head to their website and see what's going on this year, because this interview was recorded back in the summer at Gnuf. Also, congratulations to Mandy, who I assume will have just finished that awesome pantomime, or should I say Santomime, with the great Andy Eastwood. I hope she had a great time there. Anyway, we'll hear more from Mandy in a moment, but at first, I just want to let you know that if you enjoy this podcast and you would love to hear it keep going, then you can help support me by signing up to my Patreon page, patreon.com/uketeacher. There will be a dedicated podcast here in the new year, but right now, whatever level you sign up to, you will get all of the podcast bonus material that goes up there. That includes an extra 10 minutes with Tyler from 10 Thumbs Pro, an extra 10 minutes with James Hill, talking all about how he put together his famous Billie Jean arrangement, and there's also all kinds of other great direct access to me and the show. For example, sometimes when I'm going to visit my guest that I'm going to interview, you get the chance to put forward questions for me to ask them. There's also polls and topics to discuss, and your answers might be read out on the show. Now, at the moment, like I say, the Ukulele Tales is free, and I think it always will be, but if you can help support me, it would be incredibly appreciated, and basically just help me carry on doing it longer and longer. Now, I know there are other ukulele podcasts, but as far as I'm aware, this is the only one in the world where every single interview is face-to-face, in person, every single week. So if you enjoy Ukulele Tales and you want to see it keep going, then please hit up my Patreon page, patreon.com/uketeacher, and sign up to support me at whatever level you can. Also, I took a poll on my Instagram this week to ask if you had received a new ukulele for Christmas, and 81% of you said no. I really thought more of you guys would have got a new ukulele this year, but perhaps your friends or partners or loved ones said enough is enough. Some of you guys did get lucky though. HP Dragon got a Fender Jazzmaster, which sounds really fun. Curly Ukulele received the new Ahana Cynthia Lynn Solid Koa tenor, which sounds terrific, and I'm sure she won't be the only person who received one of those this year. And Coffee Man Dave says he got a Mackay LT120, which sounds great. Mythos77 says he received a Lego tenor ukulele. Now, I don't know if that's a typo, or you can now buy ukuleles made out of toy building blocks. If any of you guys know anything about Lego ukuleles, then please let me know. It sounds absolutely nuts. I also noticed on my Facebook page that quite a few of you seem to be branching out onto baritone ukuleles. I was just wondering if there's any particular reason for that. Are they in style again? Is there a song out at the moment that's made them popular? Or are people just interested in a new challenge? Let me know if you're playing the baritone ukulele, and if so, why? I'd love to hear from you. Now, next week will be the first show of 2023, and it's going to be dedicated to your New Year's resolutions. So let me know what you plan to do in 2023 with your ukulele. Are you going to practice every single day? Are you going to try and reach a certain level of skill? Or maybe you're going to perform live for the first time, or join a band, or even enter a talent show? I would love to hear from you about this. So message me directly on Patreon if you're a supporter, or I'll be making a few posts on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter as well over the next few days, asking for your input if you follow me on there. I can't wait to find out what your plans are for 2023 and what your ukulele goals are. Now though, let's get back to the second half of my chat with Mandi Harkett of Opera-Lele as we start to talk a bit about how they got started.
How did Opera-Lele begin? Like, how did you guys sort of get together and come up with the idea for it?
We were both in a open mic one evening, a ukulele open mic that was in Kent, and George was doing a solo set, I was doing a solo set, and then we spoke afterwards and realised we both trained as classical singers, and this weird idea came up. Wouldn't it be ridiculous if we combined classical voice and opera with the ukulele? And the idea kind of grew and grew, and then we tried one song at a gig. We did Conte Partiro, which is Time to Say Goodbye. And we got a standing ovation in this sold-out gig. And everyone came up to us afterwards and said, you have to keep doing this. And then we went, okay, it's got legs. Let's keep going. So that's how it all came to be. And Ben Rouse, who now plays in the Ukulele Orchestra of Great Britain, he was there that night, and I remember him saying to me, yeah, this is really special. You've got something really cool here. And I think Phil Dolman quite early on knew of me and George and saw one of our first gigs, and he was like, yeah, this is really special. So to have Phil Dolman and Ben Rouse and artists that I really look up to.
Phil's here. I just saw him this morning. I went to his workshop actually just now.
Phil is just the best. I love Phil, and everyone knows it. I just think his teaching is sublime. His performing is out of this world. I think Ukulele Festivals are very lucky to have Phil. He's very special.
Yeah, he's great.
Yeah,
he's great. He made something seem so easy, and it kind of was easy. Yeah. But he made it seem even easier, if that makes sense. I can't explain it exactly.
And that's a brilliant. That's the brilliant teacher in him that comes out and shines.
But it was stuff I already knew, but I thought I was cheating by knowing it. But he was like, no, this is a thing. And
sometimes you just need someone to tell you, yeah, that's
okay.
right.
Yeah.
I get it all the time. So you're just having someone there to be like, you're doing all right. You know what you're doing. Sometimes it's more crucial than ever.
Yeah.
Because we've all been at home kind of doubting ourselves in skill set and stuff, and now we're back with teachers going, yeah, what you're doing is great.
Well, also, I mean, I'm not really a performer. I'm not like a live performer. So I've spent the last 10 years not talking to people and just talking to a camera, or a phone or whatever. So it is like, good to sort of meet other people here and have this like community at this festival and get out and stuff.
It's a tribe of people. It's a tribe of ukulele players.
Yes, tribe of players.
Tribe, a nightmare. Who knows?
Yeah, I don't know. A murder of ukulele players. I know that's prose, but it works both ways.
I like it. No, it's good.
Yeah. So what was I going to say? Phil was it? Oh yeah. So I think when I met you guys the first time, I might be completely wrong, by the way, so I'm putting words into your mouth, just tell me. But I feel like you weren't, like, super confident on the ukulele. Like, you kind of like, it's not your main thing, exactly.
Like, George and I were singers first, ukulele players second.
Okay, yeah.
And so Opera-Lele has been a learning curve for us in learning the ukulele.
Yeah.
It's pushed me, We make a joke, so when we make a mistake, we just sing louder.
Right.
But I'm now doing solos in the pieces. I'm using inversions, which has really deepened our sound. And I've really spent lockdown improving the level of ukulele player that I am. I know that's not my main skill set, but it is my passion.
Yeah.
I'm very passionate about the ukulele, and I don't know, I think we have the amazing virtuosic talents that we see through Grand Northern in terms of people like Jake. But there is an entertainment element as well, and I think that's what I bring. But I also want people to see that I'm improving as a ukulele player and growing. Oh, glass has gone down. Ooh.
Yeah.
But improving myself as a player, and people who've seen us play year upon year have said to me, that I'm improving as a player, and I think I hope that motivates other players to know, I can get to inversions, I can get to doing little solos in a song. I think, growth is so important, not just for, professionals as well as, we're all the same.
Yeah,
There's not a differentiation between performer and festival attendee. We're all ukulele players, we're all growing, we're all learning, we don't stop. That's the magic of it, With any instrument, you're always learning, you never stop.
That's really inspiring to hear, honestly, Mandy, because I feel sometimes when I'm making my videos that I'm really a little bit stuck at making them for just beginners, and I very rarely stick my head up out of that level and do something a bit more advanced. Partly because it's a lot more work to make more advanced videos, but partly I just kind of think, who needs them? But then I kind of lose a bit of confidence in my own ability to play,
But then again, isn't everyone?
Yeah.
Isn't everyone? I've met ukulele players who say it's just a simple strum for me. and or you just get them to try something else, and they go, oh, that's really cool. And I said, well, you're kind of soloing there, and they go, oh my god, we're all learning.
Yeah.
And if we can, as performers, show growth and show that we are sticking our head above the parapet, I think that inspires other people. I'm all for a community of building each other up, not tearing each other down.
Yeah.
So if professional performers can inspire anyone to pick up the uke and try something different, learn an inversion of a C chord, see if you can do a little melody solo in a chorus. Push yourself.
Yeah.
Or if you're really happy where you are, then that is perfect.
That's good enough as well. That can be okay.
Every level, and that's why the ukulele is special, I think, because no matter what you bring, it's cool.
Yeah.
No matter what you bring, you are part of the team. You're part of the family, and that's what we see at Gnuff for sure. Just different levels, different skill sets, but we're all united by our passion of a little instrument.
It is really supportive. It is supportive, isn't it? This community.
Yeah.
Yeah. Everyone seems to be nice. Like they seem to like each other and sort of.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, this morning I've seen a few people walking around with ukuleles and just give them a little wave and point to your ukulele, and it's like, oh yeah. We're a gang.
Yeah, it's a little nod, it's a little badge of honour.
Yeah.
And it's funny because everyone else just sees you with these little instruments on your back, and everyone else is going, what the hell is this?
Right, yeah.
So it's our secret society, as it were.
Yeah.
But as soon as you hold it, you're part of the team as well.
Exactly, yeah. So I guess we should wrap it up in a second.
We should.
But just tonight, you're doing an open mic night?
Yeah, open mic, but general strum. You're going to do some strum-alongs as well.
Okay.
With an amazing ukulele player, Mark Gallagher, who is incredible. And me and Mark are going to host the evening, about 4 hours. It's going to be chaotic. It's going to be silly. It's going to be fun. But it's, as I said before, I hope it's going to be like a family reunion. Us all getting back together again and enjoying that community that we have.
And what's the deal? Anyone can come. Anyone can play.
Anyone can come. Anyone can play. You are welcomed. You are loved, and we'll bring you in. And you're all part of the team.
Beautiful. Okay. And then you're heading back to London tomorrow. Or?
I am. I've got a gig tomorrow, so unfortunately, my timing enough is short. But it's very, very sweet because I'm going to be with all my friends and all my fellow ukulele players, so it's going to be great.
Okay, cool. And one last thing, where can people, maybe they already know you, maybe they've never heard of you, but you sound like a cool person. Where can they find out more about you? How can they follow you?
You can find all us. If you search on Google the word opera and then laylee, you will find everything about Opera-Lele and what we do. We're the only ones that come up in the search. No one else is silly enough to do this. So the only people who combine opera with ukulele. And you can find out all about us at www.opera-lele.co.uk, and then that'll send you to things like our Facebook and our Instagram, etc., etc.
Excellent.
And come and join our community of friendship and silliness.
And ukuleles.
And ukuleles, yeah.
Cool. Okay, Mandy, thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Cool.
Thank you so much, Mandy. I loved speaking with you. I can't wait to catch up with you again soon. And how about that, Mark Gallagher, the cover star of this month's Uke magazine? If I'm not much mistaken, we will have to get him on the show at some point too. Now, funnily enough, I didn't realise until listening back that there's actually quite a few parallels between Mandy's story and mine, and that we both sort of started out as a bit of a joke on the ukulele, but then these were jokes that sort of spiraled out of our control and took us in places and directions that we probably would never have imagined when we got started. So good for you, Mandy. You guys are absolutely awesome, and I'm so glad that things are picking up for Opera-Lele again. And by the way, I hope you can give me a ride in your DeLorean someday too, as I think that would blow Percy's mind. I must get George on at some point as well, so hopefully we will make that happen at some point in 2023. Talking of 2023, don't forget, I want to hear your New Year's resolutions for next week's show. Let me know what your ukulele goals are, and we will chat about them next week. One of them should definitely be to check out Opera-Lele if you have the chance and you haven't already, as they are absolutely tremendous. Well, that's it from me for another week. I hope you enjoyed the show, and if you do get a chance to share it with your friends or family or ukulele communities, again, I would really appreciate it. I'm really doing my best to get this off the ground, and the more people that listen to it, the better. Anyway, I'll be back next week with more of your ukulele tales. Until then, I love you all and I wish you the best.